Okay, I just wanted to show you here real quick how I use Coach's Eye to help me do timings for my sprinters in practice. So the problem with just using a stopwatch in practice is one, I think you lose a lot of practice time to recording everything and getting it written down, and just you also risk losing a run, like if you're only running one stopwatch, or if you misclick, or at the same time, if you have two different people timing, backup watches, some people are just going to react a little bit differently, and just I feel like the margin of error is just way too high of using just a stopwatch of practice. So what I do is I just line everybody up here that we're doing a timed standing or stationary start 80-meter run, and I just have them go one at a time. I have the cones set up. You can kind of see where I have the SETX cones set up at the end of the 4x1 exchange zone. So that's the start of our 80-meter, and we're going to go through the beginning of the 4x4 exchange zone by the finish line. I also have a set of cones set up here 30 meters in, so I can also kind of split up. I can get a look at a 30-meter start and also the total 80, and then also the last 50. So I kind of get 3 times in one here. Now, what's nice about Coach's Eye is it has this little timing app in it here, so I can kind of watch and see when I say my runner starts here, and I can just, as long as you're consistent. So if you want to go by when you think the hand first comes off the ground, it's a little kind of hard to see. So I'm kind of going where the back foot starts to drive. I go ahead and click a timer on here, and then I scroll through, and I can see. And again, I'm just kind of looking when he hits the center of those cones there, because I have this hurdles. I have a hurdle on either side, and then the cones, and it gives you an idea when he hits the center there. So, and I can just kind of scroll through, and you can see how precise it is too. So look, like go back here, he's clearly behind. Here's at the first cone at 394, and at the second cone at 402. So this is pretty. It's taking a lot of pictures per second. It's pretty precise. So right there, I record 399, and then I'm not going to erase those arrows because I would lose my clock too. Go through to the end here. Same thing. I kind of set up at the end with the set of cones and hurdles on either side. I'm looking when he's splitting his torso, splitting the cones. 951, and then again I can clear that. I just have one video. I go back. I tell them not to start until I pan back over to him. Next athlete, kind of when that back foot comes up is what I like to do. Okay, back foot's driving. Oops. Tap a clock. Scroll through. This is one of my JV kids, so not near as fast, and you can see. And what's really cool about this too is I have a friend who has the more I call it the speed trap or laser timer, and we kind of compared. And because this is so precise, it's for the money. This is really nice because we were within like 0.01 with his laser timer compared to me using the Coach's Eye app. So very cool. I think it saves a lot of time at practice anyway. Yeah, I have to go through and I write all these down. What you also do too, so this is on an iPad, and you have to get a little bit of a ways away to be able to see. I mean, I could stand a little closer since I'm panning, but I also don't want to lose the angle between me and the start here. So I did a 30 a couple weeks ago, just a fly 30, and I stood far enough away that I could keep the iPad steady and see both ends. But it does get hard to identify maybe which athlete is here. So a couple different ways you can do that. I have a manager, standing up. Actually, he's standing way back here, and he's just doing a voice recording, and he's just reading off names into the voice recorder app on an iPhone and reading off the list of names. I've also done it where I'll have an athlete recording up the front, which is kind of nice too, because you can get a look at front side mechanics if you want to share that video. But it gives me a video of up close, so I actually have a list of the names just in case I can't tell who somebody is when I'm going back through the video here. So something I like. I think it's a great resource, and I think you should give it a shot.